I suppose we should start the recording at very least and go from there.
Yeah, at the very least.
That's what we started with. The very least.
At the
Fantastic.
very least.
That's when it started recording.
Yay.
Uh, what's up? I'm Matt. That's Matt. That's why we're called the Wrestling Mats, and we're here to talk about Raw. On this day, sad day that we find out Rollins is out for a while. I don't know. I was gonna try to come up with like a good name for it, like a disastrous day in time, but I had nothing, so I just stopped.
Who envisioned this?
Whew.
That save it or make it worse?
I think if you would have stuck with more confidence, you would have saved it. But with the lack of confidence, I think it went the
I
wrong way.
had total confidence. I just kind of
It's like saying you walked up
I
to the
put it out
bully
there.
and was like, "Hey, you, is this working? Is he scared?" So you can't ask if you made it better or not and still think it's said with confidence.
Comedy. It doesn't.
It's said with comedy. That's what I'm going to say whenever I'm unsure of something from now on.
It doesn't have to be like
I'm gonna
overwhelming confidence. It just has to be like, hey, I thought that worked. Did it work or no?
I'm gonna say it with a C. Whether it's confidence or comedy, it's one or the other.
Well,
So it was another Raw,
yeah. Uh,
and
I I, I kind of liked it as well as I did last week, except for just the slowness in the beginning. Took 26 minutes to get to the first match, but we had a lot of stuff to kind of wrap up or
we don't
put a bow
typically
on.
start. We don't start Raw with action. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know why you think we do that. We don't do that.
Well, sometimes they'll go like the first 10 minutes. It's like, so and so, this is gonna be happening with who's in the arena. Yeah, we
That's
do
the
all that
first 10 minutes
shit.
every
Sure,
time. That's when
yeah,
we
sure.
watch them like come from a broom closet for no reason.
Yeah, but they tacked a lot more of that shit onto the front end this time, and we're over here just like, are we watching wrestling or like a recap of wrestling
That's
without
how
the
every
wrestling?
Monday is, man. Especially if there was a
I
pay per view the week before.
I don't recall it being taking a damn half hour to get there.
Yeah, we thought about that as that match happened.
Yeah,
We ain't we that's like before we went with the recording, we 100% was like, yeah,
yeah.
just
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, that last match, I'm gonna end up agreeing with Ghostface on that one because that result didn't need to happen.
Well, they
Not right
wanted it
now.
to. They wanted to show the final split between the Usos.
You
I'm
you
not
know
sure that's the
you
final split,
you
but
know you could have done that with Jay still getting eliminated.
I'm with Ghostface on the fact they just don't like him. They don't like him. They don't like LA Knight.
I don't fucking get why. I don't fucking get it. They have some. I won't ever say he's the same as The Rock. I see similarities of how he can just go on the mic. Why the fuck wouldn't you want to recapture that fucking you know
Yeah,
what was the
you
term,
know,
light spark, not sparking the ball, I'm forgetting the fucking saying, but come on, you have that magic again. Take advantage of it.
it does feel like they had Jay win, screw over Jimmy just so Jimmy can get back at him and cost him. And then we have a Jimmy versus Jay scenario.
And just to put the title on Punk, even though Punk doesn't need it. I mean, the way they had him win it and then Seth take it right off of him, beautiful. That's perfect.
Right.
But
Um
uh,
uh if it was the 2000s, I say there's a chance. But now I don't know if there's a chance.
Reminds him too much of The Rock, which he hated. I don't know.
Now did Knight sleep with Stephanie or something?
Yeah, no, I read that.
Okay.
I'm referring. I'm technically talking to Ghostface on that one. Like, I don't know. Reminds him of The Rock back in the day too much, where he's just like, another one of these fucking guys. Fuck him. I'm gonna bury him. I'm gonna leave him
I
out there stranded in the mid card and never give him the fucking title. What?
I'm just like trying to think about this in different perspectives and I'm so Stephanie's had a ton of success on her way up already. Liv had a bunch of success and earned. It feels that way, but I'm beginning to wonder, like, who have been the title holders? Who have had the most success recently? And I feel like it's been your obvious company guys, your obvious Cenas and stuff. And I feel like it's products of Triple H. And obviously, Knight's not a product of Triple H. Knight's been around for a long time. So is this becoming like the GM or the coach who doesn't play a guy because he didn't draft him? Like it's not one of their guys, essentially? Because, I mean, some of the past title holders have all been favorites of trips in like NXT and stuff. Whether we're talking the tag titles over on SmackDown with Gargano, which I'm fine with that. Big Gargano fan, obviously.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vakir, obviously. Seth, you could say was one of the original Triple H guys because Triple H is what kind of pulled him out of the Shield, and hence the reason why Seth uses the pedigree and blah blah blah.
Also did a lot of coaching with him, where it's just like, dude, the only one standing in your fucking way right now is you. You
Yeah,
need
he
to
was a
snap
big
the
part of
fuck out
NXT
of
too.
it.
I mean, I'm wondering if it's really as simple as Knight's just not a homegrown product and they're just not going to give it to him.
Yeah, I don't get it. Um, the only legitimate argument that could maybe have right now is like right now, LA Knight isn't as over as CM Punk and Jay Uso. Oh, okay, but he's still phenomenally over. Put it on him now. Where even if you think this is a lull right now, put it on him now. Get it on him for a couple months. Run with it, and if you want to have him drop it like you did with Jay, then let him drop it then. But give it to him. See what he can do. See what it becomes. Give him a chance. Don't just fucking play the same old fucking tune where it's just like, oh, we stick it on Jay again. We stick it on CM Punk again.
It was the best one for sure.
Yeah,
Seth's first run was the best
it.
one. The whole Universal title thing hurt because I'm a Finn Balor fan, but you know, there's that. I mean, he did finish the match with a jacked up shoulder. I'm good with Punk versus Knight, but I'm questioning whether or not Seth will be back for that. And if he is, you know it's Punk and Seth for the 400th time.
Yeah. I would imagine Seth would be back for that by then.
It's about 6 months.
Yeah.
The only I could see them doing different to spice up Punk and Seth would be to have them fight a greater evil together. Like Punk and Seth versus the Vision.
Or the remnants of the Vision, the Bronze.
I mean, yeah. He can't fight himself.
Yeah, exactly. Where you're like, fight Division, and like
He's not part of
he
the Vision. They called themselves the Vision still.
he was Division. He's the Visionary. He is Division.
Well, according to Paul Heyman, the Vision is now those two.
I guess because they don't have a better idea of what the fuck to call it.
But and I mean, Heyman essentially concluded we all knew, which was he just bitched out for self-preservation to to Becky there in that backstage thing.
Well, also WWE isn't going with the angle of any men hitting the women currently.
No, but I'm
They're
just saying,
staying
like,
very PG
I
like
meant
that.
he bitched out because he had to make the turn because he didn't want to get destroyed by Braun. He told Becky essentially, like, I tried to save him, and then I realized I was going to die, so I made a self preservation choice. Is what he essentially told Becky backstage.
And we also have War Games coming up to kind of go off of Ghostface with Punk Seth Roman versus Division. So
Well, the Vision only has two people in it right now. How would it be Punk, Seth, and Roman versus the Vision? Are they going to add somebody?
Uh, did you see the one theory that it was going to be Austin Theory as a fourth person at Saturday Night Main Event? But now all this happened, they're like, oh, we got to fucking pivot.
No,
I saw something
didn't see
about
that.
that. I forget what it was from. It was probably something on Instagram, but still interesting because he's kind of out there, just not really doing much.
I mean, yeah, they could have Theory replace Seth. That's true. Young gun, so to speak, in there now taking over the reins as the future versus two generations ago and last generation, technically, Punk and Seth and Roman.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't think they know yet.
they wouldn't go with War Games and just do um the MFTs versus the White Sick and just go
They
like this
could.
because
They could. I'm not even thinking of War Games. I'm thinking that tag match being a main event at WrestleMania.
okay, because it kind of seems like if they're gonna do that sort of thing, it's just like do it with those two groups there because you got the people for it.
Oh, what's the dark place? What's I mean, I think Jay's first title one was fine. I don't think it was anything special. I think the winning it was great, and then it kind of they didn't build too much off of it. But I don't know if I'd call that the dark place, man. There were some dark places in like the late 2000s, mid
Yeah,
2010s and 11s.
you know, the places where I up and quit and stopped watching, that's where it got fucking dark. It just there was nothing going on. With Jay, winning the shit back, it doesn't really go to quite a dark place. I mean, I could kind of see a point for older viewers like any of us where it gets that way. Like I saw it like that as like Super Cena winning everything, but I wasn't paying attention to like, oh, they're building more fans with the kids. It's kind of what they're doing with Jay and also Cody to an extent, but that crowd work today with Jay coming through the crowd with the kids, he was eating with like a newborn. What the hell? And then the
I
next
didn't
row
actually
down.
watch. I have not watched Unreal. I've thought
Uh,
about it a couple times, but I watch what three, 2.5, another two. That's 4.5 plus at least two of AEW every. I'm already at like 7 hours of wrestling. Plus, there's usually an indie show I want to watch or need to watch. I'm at I'm at like 10 hours plus a week of wrestling. I didn't need to watch the backstage stuff.
yeah, that is legitimately what you said.
I believe
Um,
it.
but that was even in the commercials. Even if you
I'm
didn't
just
watch the show, that was one of the points in the commercial. Talking about him getting blown up, and he even admitted to like Triple H, like in Gorilla, going like, "Yeah, I got a little blown up there." He's just like, "Yeah, we could tell you need to work on that. Like that's gonna be a problem." So
I mean, yeah, by all means, bring up stuff on the show. I just haven't seen it, so you have to tell me. Is all I'm saying because I haven't watched Unreal. By all means, bring it up though. I don't mind talking about it. I haven't seen it. That's all.
Yeah, I don't watch all that stuff, but I do
I
know
would,
somewhat, so I can also help chime in a bit.
but there's just too much,
Yeah.
and I'm more interested not in the stuff they want to show. Like I'm not interested in the conversation about him getting blown up. I'm interested in like the production crew stuff of it. I'm interested in the clips they send out on Instagram where Trips is talking about the exact angle and timing for everyone's entrances, but also not just that. I like to see how they do that from the back more too. Like I enjoyed like Swaggle's book because he talks about the monitors on the ring and all that kind of stuff and the backstage presence and how they kind of find their way on TV. I enjoyed all that kind of stuff. That's what I would like to see.
I don't know if I'd say Punk needs to win the world title, but I think it would be overall more beneficial if he does, because with Seth not being there and him having it, it's kind of like a potential feud for when Seth comes back if you want to set up that, or even just to have that opportunity for LA Knight to come after him after, say, Jey Uso has failed. So,
We got 6 months, man. We got 6 months. It's a lot of storytelling.
you know,
I could see a world where Punk wins, the Usos feud, the Vision goes after Punk, they put the belt on Braun, Seth comes back, just doesn't care about Punk, period, goes after the Vision, keeps getting beat up. I mean, night one, he's going to make his return and F some people up. He's going to do that. But as the weeks go on, he's going to keep getting beat up by the numbers game. And then Punk comes out to help save the day. And then it's Punk and Seth versus the Vision. I 100% think that's the angle they're going to want to go with more so than Seth comes back and wrestles Punk for the 10th time. They love to make the good guys, the enemies team up. I mean, whether it's Roman and Cody, whether it's, the list is going to go on and on and on. I hate to agree with you, but I do. They just,
yeah.
they do. I think you need about 3 more people to go out with injuries before Knight gets it.
I hate to be that negative on it, but from what they're showing us now and what you've told me about, the last 3 years where it's just like Knight was red hot and they didn't put it on him.
3 SummerSlams ago, I was in the building. He was incredibly over.
Which is insane. This shit where it's just like they're hot now. Pull the trigger now, and they're like,
Well,
we're playing the long game. It will be
it
2 more years from now. It's like, do it fucking now.
it works for this. I agree somewhere in the middle. I don't like always giving the belt to the hot individual. They did that a lot under McMahon, especially early 2000s and mid 2000s. Like, we'll give the belt to the Miz for like a week and then we'll take it back off of him and he won't win it again for like years. They did that shit a lot back then. And it just doesn't need to be that way. And I mean, it's just, it's weird to me. That'd be the only wrestler that I was considering. I mean, yeah, I have to think about it some more, but yeah, I'm with you so far on that. I don't think anybody else has been as over for as long and has been healthy and been a consistent worker as Knight has been. I mean, Knight hasn't really gone out with massive injuries. They put him in all the Slim Jim commercials. They do all kinds of stuff with Knight except for give him the damn belt. The most I've given him so far, I believe, is the U.S. belt a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally the replacement guy to Macho Man, and it's legit because he doesn't do it the same way. It's like,
I mean, that could happen, but out of the two, I really think they're going to give it to Punk. If Jay gets it, then I can see Knight winning it by a Jimmy distraction at some point. I could see Punk winning it off of Jay, off of Jimmy Distraction, though, to be fair.
Either way, with whoever gets the vacancy of it, I want to see the next contender be Knight, and Knight actually get it, not just be like, oh yeah, okay, well, he was a player for it, but we didn't give it to him. It's just like, you got a lot of time to work with this. Put it on
Have
him
they
for a bit.
have they announced Cena's last opponent being Dom? I know there's a lot of talk of it, but have they announced that?
I don't think
Because they're
so.
selling tickets. They've made it known that the last opponent's picked, but I don't think they've made anything official.
The last rumor that I heard like that was like someone from his past, which a lot of people are trying to hint at Edge, but like, is he out of a AEW contract right now? Like, is it kind of a vacancy at the moment?
I think he is in between currently. Now, I don't know if he'd want to come back. There's a couple people that when they go to AEW, they feel like they become lifers there because they have a lot more say in stuff. And others go there and instantly want to come back home.
What if possibly they're secretly paying him to be like, hey, let's do this match, this one time thing. We'll pay you until then not to sign another contract with anyone else, and just be available for this. Do it, get a payday, and then do what you want. They they got the funds to do it. It would be smart. Just be like, just sit at home. We'll pay you. Don't take any offers yet.
He doesn't need the money. It
Maybe he
would be,
doesn't need the money, but it would be
but
like
no.
kind of a
What I'm
wouldn't it
saying
be
is,
like a cool send off?
what does Khan think of that though? Tony Khan think of that?
Well, what the fuck does it matter? Edge can sit there and just be like, I don't want to work for a couple months. He doesn't have to fucking tell him until it happens.
Right, and then
And then he just goes like, hey, he was a big part of my past. I wanted to have the last match with him. Is a big thing to me
I think
personally.
3 years ago he would have done it. I think Tony Khan feels like WWE has purposely poached their top talent repetitively, and he's kind of annoyed.
AEW
He even gave them
their talent.
he even gave them permission to use some stuff from AEW for Cody's return, and they talked about it in that as a second-rate company.
Yeah, it's what they've always done. They
I just think if I was Tony Khan, I just would say no.
Company. It's what they do. WWE says they're number one and everyone else is second rate. To
right.
Everyone.
And then they counter program everything because they're scared.
They do that because of capitalism and to try to monopolize everything without monopolizing.
And you're not wrong, but if I'm Tony Khan, whose daddy prints money because he owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, I don't need Edge. I don't need Edge if I'm Tony Khan. If he does that, then great. I'm glad you had your match. I'm glad for Cena, but you can come back in a year. We're gonna let people forget first.
Yeah, and Edge might not need Tony Khan's money and could sit for a year.
But I think I think what Tony Khan gives people like Edge is a lot of leeway to be who they want to be in the ring and have fun. So if he wants to have fun with it, that's fine.
Well, they could do it that way. I don't know if it's quite as interesting, but I don't know. Knowing Cena, he could really make it a fun match versus Dom.
I don't think they'd take the title off of Dom. I don't think they'd do it. And I say that, even though everything you write there is logical, but I think we're starting to see we're probably in the time frame that Liv might be coming back relatively soon. and you're starting to see hints of the destruction of the Judgment Day get up there a little bit, ramped up a little bit. We see that. I mean, it's the best match that they've had in a while on Raw. JD and Finn lose the tag titles, thanks to Dom essentially getting it set up that way, and then but they lose fair, they lose clean, and then in the backstage when he's frustrated about it, Roxanne goes and finally consoles Dom again, like she was doing back when this whole thing started.
Oh, is that when
Because
you have Liv come back?
that's when Liv's gonna come back, and again, they've been setting up where Finn and Dom have been doing things like good guys. They've been doing the moral right choices, and they've been wrestling matches and winning legitimately. And Dom has been winning with that stupid hammer over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So what I feel like what could be a real strong angle that they could be going for here is that Liv comes back and Finn is frustrated because Finn this entire time, all being looking like the jealous ass trying to break them up, will have the "I told you so" moment that you can't trust this douche. He dropped Rhea for you. He's going to drop you for Roxanne. And I've been telling you this whole time, and you just wouldn't listen to me. Type of moment. And that's going to be the end of the Judgment Day, essentially. That's where Liv will split off. We'll find out that Finn's been a baby face this whole time, trying to convince Liv that Dom is not the nicest guy. And Roxanne will have moved in with Dom.
I don't know if that makes it the end of the Judgment Day, because really I see the Judgment Day as Finn's baby.
Well, that's why I mean Finn will be gone. It'd be Finn and JD. I guess you could make the tag team Judgment Day, but
Yeah,
it actually should be Edge's baby, BTW.
Well, yeah.
Edge started it. Then Edge brought in Rhea.
Yeah.
All the founding members are gone.
Yeah. Blue Jays are going to the World Series for the first time? Haven't they gone before? Didn't they go in the 80s?
I thought they went with Joe Carter. The
Yeah.
Mariners were trying to go for the first time. I know that.
Yeah. Because us and the Yankees have blocked them the last 3 times since '95.
Yeah, they had a rough go with the whole Randy Johnson era. Good old Kenny Lofton blocked some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were big Lofton fans.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, you might be right, but I thought I could be wrong, but I thought the Joe Carter. I just have hit this mic twice with this shaker bottle. Anyways, I thought with the Joe Carter era they went, but I'm not sure. But I was kind of rooting for him anyways because they have so many of our previous players and Jimenez and Bieber and Miles Straw and Clement and I think a reliever. I can't think of his name right now. So it was like our team light over there. Actually, our team good. They were all good players that we sent to Toronto. And they have some of our old front office people. So let's go Toronto.
yeah, it looks like Blue Jays won the World Series in 90, was it 92, 93 against the Braves, and then the Phillies.
Okay. What year was the Phillies one?
93? The year before the strike?
Yeah, they must have won literally the year before I started watching because I didn't start watching baseball till 94.
Let's double check I'm right with that.
Not a Dodgers fan myself, but that was an impressive outing by
Yeah, they won back
Otani.
to back years, 92 and 93, the years before the strikes. The Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series. So, anything other than that? I think that's their only two times. But yeah,
Yeah, we gonna get a. Did they make that official? Did I miss it? Did they make Vicure and Bella versus Judgment Day a match for Saturday Night Main Event? They kind of hinted at it.
I don't think they made it official. They talked about having to have each other's backs because Bella just made enemies. So
Didn't really have any real reason why Bella was there, but I mean, everyone loves to see Nikki. It's not a problem. I don't have a problem with it, but it's from a "why are you here" standpoint. I didn't understand that. And we only had a backstage segment, I think, tonight with Bailey and with
yeah, yeah, it was only
Lyra.
backstage. That was over sort of quick. I'm kind of forgetting what happened with that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'll have to rewatch.
I don't remember seeing that.
I had
Little
some
save.
other. I had multiple things going on, so I missed that. I saw the good catch. I mean, she took the whole catch for Stephanie jumping off the top rope. I saw that.
That match.
Roxanne really didn't do anything at all for that. Raquel took the entire catch, but
That
I
match had like out of all the matches that ran tonight, that was the one that had most of my attention, and I missed that somehow, and I don't know how I did that because those two started off really, really good. Like all their counters and stuff. Those two work really well together. Like I don't
they're
know if
both
they
very
did a
good.
lot. I don't know if they did a lot of work like on house shows before they put them on TV, but holy shit, they're good together. Those two.
They're both in NXT at the same time, so I don't
Yeah,
know for how long. Roxanne came up actually the more I think about it, right about the same time
yeah.
as
About
Stephanie getting there, I think. But they could have worked pretty well together in that scenario.
um. Well, the wrist, I'm not really sure because they were kind of playing that injury as in like working the wrist before that jump. But yeah, her kind of hobbling with the knee after that, I did catch that. But then she didn't hobble anymore with the knee like a little bit after that. Like I only saw it at one point, and then she wasn't really limping anymore. So hopefully it was just some sort of goofy stinger that went away
I
with
guess
the
I can
knee.
rewatch this match. I didn't watch close enough apparently for this one. I watched the
So
JD match really closely.
she jumped up for a springboard off the top rope from the
Right.
apron to hit Raquel, and stumbled with her boots on the rope and basically did like to save herself did like what was the lunging like shoulder block sort of a thing. Basically pulled like did that, and Raquel sold it like, oh god, you hit me and now I gotta like pick you up.
Was Raquel in the ring or out
Yes,
of the ring?
in the ring, and right that was I don't know if the ref was dispatched at that point or if that was just kind of like after the
Oh, and she came
match.
back into the ring. That's right. But that
Yeah,
was when she was making the save on for Bella after
yeah,
Bella.
yes,
Gotcha.
yeah. It was
Okay, yeah,
during
yeah.
that part. Um, but yeah, hopefully that was just in the moment, and that's all that was.
They have plenty of women there. I don't understand why they keep. I mean, I don't mind seeing Bella, but like they didn't use Bailey tonight or Lyra. I mean,
Yeah, but
Becky.
some TV time still good.
That's good, but what I'm saying is that I don't want to see Stephanie get hurt, but I'm saying it's not like we don't have enough talent to fill the 2 hour time slot. You have plenty of talent.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, go over and get the U.S. title off of get Julia because she ain't doing anything over there really. She's had a couple matches, but I think
Yeah.
Stephanie Vacure has more wins this year than
Everybody.
right. But I meant just
they put it
more
on TV. They're like than anybody.
more wins than Julia has appearances at this point. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's not hard to do.
Right, that's my point. So
Yeah.
like there's plenty of things we could do, and I don't want to see him pivot. I want Liv's return to be epic because Liv has so many angles she could go after. Although I think right off the bat it's got to be the last of the Judgment Day, or a new form of it. I guess technically, if it's Liv, JD, and Finn, then
what happens with Raquel?
Good question. She's gonna pick Liv's side. The question is something going to happen to piss Liv off?
To be like oust her as well.
Right. But it seems like cool, I'll check that. My phone is nowhere in sight. I guess I could bring up Twitter on browser, but that seems so weird to me. Anyways, they did kind of hint that Raquel is still Team Liv tonight a little bit though.
It still had a picture of Liv up
yep.
behind everything.
But when Roxanne was talking to Dom, I mean Raquel walks over. Enough of that. Like, break it up, you two, type of deal. Like she's still Team Liv. I was trying to look for more stuff. I think there was a picture of a Slammy Award or the Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy on one monitor for some strange reason.
I missed that.
There was the picture of Liv.
I probably just didn't focus on it.
A shoe that said Finn. A Finn Balor Demon cooler is still there.
Yeah, I saw that.
People sucked at darts. They were all at the very top of the board, like above the bullseye. If I remember correctly.
Have you ever played darts before?
I hit the bullseye. I don't care about the rest of the numbers. Hit the bullseye. There's different games. There's different games. Okay. I know that.
All right. Well, the one I've always played, like you have to hit certain spots and then finally the bullseye at the end.
Oh, I've only played games where you actually have totals based on the numbers. Bullseye obviously being worth the most.
And somewhere it's just like, okay, you have to hit this one, and then the bullseye later. Like you got to go through like you get stuck on one where it's just like you have to hit this one or you can't advance down the list.
Gotcha. That is a game. I believe that happens. I think that's actually played a lot more than I ever played. I always just played it based on the points per spot, the triple points, the bullseye, the doubles, and stuff like that. But I think your pattern, actually, come to think of it, is actually a code in the game blueprints. While you're the puzzle game that came out earlier this year, there's a dartboard.
Pretty sure that was the style of the game they had to play in tournaments where they the restaurant I worked at was one of the places where our friend Dan's mom and her boyfriend would show up for the dart tournaments. It'd be one of the places to play. I come over.
I don't think there's any game that
cook tonight.
But is there any game that puts all the darts in that top center block? All of them?
No.
Okay, that's why I'm pretty sure I saw all the darts.
They might have just stuck all the darts in the fucking dartboard and went like, okay, let's fucking shoot this thing.
They could have, but they also could be, if you look at the numbers closely enough, there could be maybe one or two out of place. That could be a date.
could be.
I think Trips loves doing that kind of stupid shit. Think he loves putting the hints like that in the background. They were always so big on putting like Lily in the background of a lot of stuff. For things going forward. And I think that's just what they're a big fan of. So I think those segments, it's important to look around at what's going on in the background. I mean, it's going to be CM Punk.
You just have so much hate for that man.
Maybe I'll start falling asleep to watching Unreal or something. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to make the time, but I'm going to, I guess, have to see what they're doing with this. But
Well,
I don't know. Maybe LA Knight finds a way. Maybe he finds a way one day.
I hope it's somewhere in this time that we got now on the road to the end of the year, Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania. Like now's like a perfect time. Like, put it on there, let them have a run, see what happens.
You do kind of feel like this would be the better time. You kind of feel like this would be like the time when he could be the shocking win.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. No one hates LA Knight. So how do you take the belt off of him in an impactful way?
Yeah. I mean, you could get the guy screwed over somehow. Someone else that comes into it, some heel that just screws him over. Ruins his opportunity even for his like rematch clause to get it back, and just someone else.
I don't. The problem is he's liked by too many, but they don't give him the build he needs. Not he needs, but the build they typically do to put a guy 100% over. Like that extra, like we saw that with Jay. Like he was over, and then they purposely built him in a way that puts him way, way up and over. I don't think we have a guy for taking the belt off of Knight once he has it, though. Gunther, maybe?
Yeah, Gunther coming
Gunther
back.
could come in and just squash anybody, and that would get more heat again.
Yeah.
If LA Knight wins it, has it for a little while, then Gunther shows up and just chops the living hell out of LA Knight, takes his belt back. Like,
but
it. Braun could take it from Knight. Braun is definitely the young gun guy, and Knight's definitely older. So I could see him going with that angle. Is that what we do to fill some time? Is Punk wins it, Braun takes it? Man.
But then you gotta strip Dom of what he has now, and how do you?
No, he can carry it. He can carry the IC belt. It's been done. Not often, but it's been done.
I guess. I mean, he's got 2 belts right now. Why not slap a third on him?
Well, you feel like that IC belt is destined for Penta, right? Like I do.
I guess.
I feel like Rusev has just been this scary ghost that keeps haunting Dom. But Penta is where they want that belt in the end.
Yeah, I feel bad like mid carding Penta as much as I feel bad of like mid carding LA Knight. Like, kind of to the point where I don't believe either one of them belong there, but roster big enough that it's just how it ends up being.
Well, Knight can talk even if you don't like the way he does his talking. Penta in the U.S. audience, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
I see the reason why Cena would get it for the Grand Slam, but does that matter to Cena? I don't know if that matters to Cena. Cena seems like the kind of guy that if it makes sense, he'll do it, but if it doesn't make sense, he won't. And that doesn't really make sense after he wins it. He wins it, it's the Grand Slam, and then
Is that the only thing he's missing?
yeah, because they just kept giving the U.S. title over and over again. It was the world title, and then once the world title went on somebody else, the mid card title was the U.S. title. So they were like, "Hey, Cena, make that really relevant," and he would do his open challenges all the time.
Yeah. Okay, that sort of makes sense with another rah rah USA guy. That makes sense to put the U.S. title on. But never the Intercontinental belt. It feels like he would have had at least once.
I'm with you. I'm with. It does feel weird and feel like a mistake, but I just don't think he. I think it would be Cena that says it doesn't make sense and doesn't do it. Honestly, like if Cena was still pulling the heel angle, then I 100% think they'd do that. But he's not, and so he doesn't feel like the kind of guy who would want to, unless they presented him with a very good storyline that made sense. He's John Cena, man. Like I grew up an ECW kid. I was supportive of the if Cena wins we riot sign
Yeah.
when it came to RVD.
Yeah. Fuck that
Um,
guy. I mean, I wouldn't say
I,
Cena's the reason I quit watching wrestling, but he's a part of it.
all that being said, I as sports entertainment, even I have to say Cena's the greatest of all time. Pure wrestler, not a chance. Total package, I would.
Greatest of all time. I don't know. I don't know if I agree, but then again, I'd have to do some deeper thinking who I think actually would be.
Again, in the ring, he isn't doing anything special. I mean, he's not Van Dam of one year or Will Ospreay of another year or even Seth Rollins. Um, but you take that whole package, the look, the dedication in the gym, what he does, what he actually does do in the ring, and then you put that with the mic skills he had, and I just as an overall performer, yes, I think greatest of all time. And
Yeah.
you can see that in all aspects of combat sports. It's the same with mixed martial arts. Like I could argue that there's a lot of guys who should not be top 5, top 10 in the sport, but because they can run their mouth the way they run their mouth, the skill level puts them close and then the mouth running,
Well, what
which
was
made the sport bigger.
what was all the criteria you kind of put that on Cena again? Did you even say like
In-ring work, the appearance, um, the mic work, and then I threw an extra for dedication in the gym because there's very few people that put the same work in the gym as he did. Kane did for sure,
uh,
but to keep that overall package,
anything else because it puts him like on like the same like even keel as like Hulk Hogan.
oh, I think Cena just his ability to speak puts him on a different peer as Hulk Hogan.
You don't think at the time just Hogan having his crazy rants that just whipped up audiences and was just a
Hogan had a
complete
catchphrase.
spectacle?
Hogan had a catchphrase of "Say your prayers, eat your vitamins," and that was about the extent of his speaking.
Not even the greatest heel turn in the history of the business. That
He just had to turn heel and have other people with him to support him. He didn't do it by himself.
well, yeah.
Cena tried to do that by himself.
Oh, well. Well, I think it would have worked very well if he had those supporting characters with him. And, at first it seemed like it was going to rival Hogan, but then they all no-showed and we saw how that went.
Right. I agree that it makes sense for their careers. I just don't know if WWE would do that way. It makes a lot of sense for Cena to win the IC and then maybe lose it to Sheamus, and they both have Grand Slams. It just the equation's too pretty. Yeah. WWE doesn't do that.
Then what makes it predictable? Like, oh, it's Cena's last match. He has IC title. It's against Sheamus. Sheamus needs it for a Grand Slam. And then it's just like, okay, well, why would we show up and watch this match?
Well,
we know what's going to happen.
The tickets for the last match are already selling through the roof right now. That's the Washington match, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
it makes sense on paper, 100% Ghostface. I agree, but I think it's too tidy, too neat. I don't know if they would do that.
Everyone's just gonna predict it, unfortunately. Like, I want to see Sheamus get his Grand Slam too, but he's already kind of like stuck in the mid card. He ought to get it at some point here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of past his prime, sweats like a horrible stuck pig every long match he has. So it's just like, it would be nice if they'd hurry up and give him that IC title so that when he does feel like he's done, he can be done and not just sitting there going like, please put the IC title on me so I can be done. Which is kind of what this would be like if it was just like, okay, we give it to Cena and then we give it to Sheamus.
Yeah, it's too neat, too tidy. It works.
Well, they make it a double retirement match. Like, I won the belt. I can fucking give up and stop sweating to death. And have little girls in the gym try to kill me by making me do headstands.
I think he would do that more if he didn't have his WWE job.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, yes, but at this point, has Gunther not graduated from the IC belt? Is that now beneath him for, many more years into his career? Is he now a top belt contender for...
I'm sure he's a top belt contender, but you could put him in the same boat as Cena, where you still bring him down to the mid card just to try to bolster that belt again.
Maybe have him like...
Also, what the hell happened to... What happened to... I always get his name wrong. Ilian...
Gonzalez?
No, Dragonon or whatever his name is. I get his name wrong every time, and I'm sorry about that.
Lee?
No, the guy who won the Intercontinental title over on SmackDown.
Oh, the guy that came back?
Yeah.
I don't know him. I've never heard of his name in my life, so you must have...
Dragunov.
There, is that it?
That's how you say it. That's how you say the last name. I don't remember how to say the first name, but yes. Yeah, no, he was a smaller dude on NXT. And when he first made it to the main roster, he is
Did a lot of gym work while he was away,
jacked. That's
eh?
not just he was always in great shape. I know, I just don't know how to say that. I need like the phonics version to sound it out for me. I don't know how to say his first name. Um he was a skinny dude, in shape, but skinny. He put on like 20 to 30 pounds of muscle. Like he doesn't look like the same person muscle mass. Um and that's wild. Absolutely wild. Um see if I can't show you some pictures of him at some point. Oh, that means I have to make this screen bigger, and I don't like doing that. Da, 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 da. Ilya? I'll yeah if you don't say the second L.
Even I'm gonna have a problem with that. Ilya.
That's what I thought,
Ilja.
but and yeah, but instead of Y. What does that mean? Ya is ya because of Y. How do you get ya without the Y?
Ilja. I don't know.
Dragonoff. He's a last name basis kind of guy.
Yeah, I would just go by that name and like drop the fucking first name.
I had a hard time with Shinsuke for a while, to be fair.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess that's fair enough. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura, both probably Japanese names. Yeah, be a bit difficult.
Yeah, but our one friend's like, sound it out now. Shin, as in like the body part. Shin. Ske. Trying to find a good picture of him. He just looks so. I wonder what they announced his weight as. I didn't catch that, and I'm gonna guess it was in kilos, and doesn't help me at all. But yeah, he got much bigger on his way back for sure. That's true. I could do that. I am bad with names, dude. I'm bad with pronunciations. I appreciate the effort you put in. Uh,
Yeah, nightmare job for me or you seemingly would have been like it's like a school teacher. It's the beginning of the year with a brand new class, and you got to read off attendance, and you're like, "How the fuck do I say these goddamn names?"
I'll just never forget wood shop when the teacher's reading off names. He's like, "When I say your name, please stand up." And there's a kid. He was in the very beginning of the alphabet. We'll say Aaron. I don't remember for sure, but Aaron, and Aaron's like standing there essentially. And he's like, Aaron. I said, he says like three times, and then Aaron's like, "It's me. I'm here. What do you want?" He's like, "I said stand up." He's like, "I am standing. This is my height." Aaron was actually shorter than I was, so standing was like he looked at the same height as everyone sitting because he was standing. He's like, "Look, I'm." He walked away from the desk a little bit. That's the kind of stuff that would have worried me about being a teacher. Getting names wrong. It was the early 2000s. I could get names wrong all day. No one would have cared.
So, our high school wood shop, I was that teacher's savior for his class because I somehow, as just a learning disabled kid, got stuck in retarded woodshop. It was nothing but all the kids that they took from our three schools and put down the vocational wing, all the kids that were mentally and physically handicapped, all the boys, that is. I stuck them in that class. So I got to be Mr. Popular for like one class because I was the only one that wasn't handicapped in that sense. But yeah, I was like the one person he could kind of like make jokes on. Like I could be the butt of all his jokes, and I'd understand like, oh, he's just doing that because he can't do it with any of these other kids because he's like, I don't know if they're gonna start crying or what the hell, So he just used me, and like it kind of had that gentleman like understanding, like this is cool, like it's fine, make fun of me, I'll take it, it's fine. We'll make all of them laugh, and we'll all be good. Yeah,
Trying real hard to
yeah.
prove
Come on,
him.
say it.
His name, if I hear it, I can say his last name. If I don't hear it right now on the spot, I'm blanking. His first name I never get right.
That's a great last name.
Takeshka, that's it.
Oh, you mean it's not take shitta? Take shitta. What, right now?
Yeah, the first name I never get right. I never say it right. Takeshka, I could say if I hear it, but yeah, no, dude. As soon as I see it, I'm right there with Matt. I'm right there with the other Matt.
Take shitta.
I, out of respect to being one of the best wrestlers on the planet right now, I did take the time to figure out how to say his last name, and I can say it if Kazuchika.
You made my learning disabled brain fucking freeze because I'm over here like, huh?
This is part of the AEW fandom. Is you better learn some Japanese.
It looks like a Pokemon name. I choose you, Kashika. I don't know how the fuck to say that.
I 100% stuttered. Okay, I learned Okada a long time ago, okay? And Kotobushi a long time ago as well.
That is the easiest way for me to learn. So it's like, okay, fine. Put the names up there, but say it for me, and I'll be able to like say it a couple times and learn it. And just go like, okay, that's what they say that says. I don't know if I would have come up with that, but okay.
Yeah.
You tell me, I'll just follow the leader. I'm stupid.
When you are claimed to be one of the best, or like consensus one of the best wrestlers in the world, I do take the time to try to figure out how to say it, at least somewhat say your name. So Kotobushi was up there for a long time when he was teaming with Kenny Omega as the Golden Knights. I was a Buck fan and an Elite fan, so I enjoyed Kotobushi, but I was always like, no, Kenny, get back with the Bucks. And also, like, come on, Ospreay, do more. Your word is Jay.
Yeet. He's gonna be mad at me now. Okay, that's it for this week, folks. We gotta go before I get yelled at in chat.
Isn't he yelled at? And I gotta get some sleep. We can eat our way out of here. That was good.
Come on, give me 4 letters, 1 word.
I'm pretty sure Ghostface walked away. I'm pretty sure.
Or punched a hole through his mind.
Pretty sure you yeeted and he was like, I'm done with this. And just was gone.
Fuck you,
Uh,
I quit. You're not gonna take this seriously. I'm out of here.
we might have to do another watch along one of these times. It's been a minute since we watched and commented.
I'll
We might need
put
to do that.
I'll put the olive branch out there. I want to see LA Knight champion of one of these top two belts before I see Jay champion again. But I don't think I'm gonna get to see it.
No, I don't. I don't think. I don't know. If,
I think I know what he's. I don't think I know what he's driving at there.
4
Is
letters.
it 4 letters and 3 right after? Exclamation point. All right. Well, anyways, we're getting slap happy. I called it out. 4 letters and 3. I knew. It was a big fuck you.
We got a little bit of a late start, but we should call it here. I got to get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to bed and get more than 5 hours of sleep a night, which is what I'm on pace to get tonight.
Yeah.
Sadly, but it was a good conversation still.
Yeah.
The home situation just makes it tough to get in here. I had to work around people's schedules. We may one night we may have to try to stream, but the problem is on like a Saturday night, for like a pay-per-view or something like that, I often am watching 2 or 3 different wrestling things at one time. I could be watching our own local company, a WWE pay-per-view, and that one out of Texas at the same time. I've done that before.
And then they had the situation tonight: wrestling, football, and postseason baseball, all at once. Oh, I'm a sinner.
It's a sin, huh?
I'm proud of it. Don't worry. I will repent later.
Well, it's good hanging out, Ghostface.
Yeah, thanks for showing up like usual.
It makes it more fun for sure.
It does.
All right. And we'll put this up on YouTube like we always do here shortly. Not tonight, but usually before Friday. I try to do it on Wednesday at the latest, but
yeah, I always
Friday tends to be the latest I get it up there.
But you actually edit.
I should edit. I don't. I should edit more than I do, and I don't.
Don't show it on camera. I mean, I actually get some shelving up behind me and actually put up other stuff other than just Jay. That was like the starter thing.
You literally have an office you could build behind you. I see the studs. Like you could build whatever you want. I am stuck in this little corner of this little room, half fireplace in my shot.
I just don't quite have the extra funds to do it right now. I want to put in insulation, drywall, and then shelving on my own is not too expensive. I can do some custom stuff that's pretty nice.
It's all of that stuff combined. It's the whole process.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, we keep dragging our feet here. Let's go ahead and go. Unless you're about to show us something.
I can do it later. Just more random wrestling cards. A whole bunch of Ruby stuff. Pretty cool Van Dam. I have a referee collection going now.
What the fuck? Alright. That's just like almost pathetic.
So, alright, guys.
I'm not making this a Jey Uso shrine. If I didn't like my LA Knight shirt so much, I would display it behind me too, but it's too fucking cool not to wear all the time. Which I should wear more often on stream. It's been a while.
Is there anything on the auction site from Uso we can get him to hang next to the banner and or his frosted yeets?
Yeah, I guess that's the one other thing I'd be putting up there. I would definitely be going like, okay, and hopefully someday sponsored by this complete breakfast.
Yeah,
Frosted Yeets.
We got a Liv Morgan 8x10 on the auction site, so that might be another sign that we're getting a little closer to her return.
I can't believe they made him a fucking cereal. That's so fucking dumb.
Oh yeah, I was bummed about that. Wesley got released. The last remaining rascal is
They weren't doing anything with him.
no, that's what they came down to is
Yeah.
that
We haven't gotten anything for you.
not a single Jey Uso thing. All right. We're just gonna fill that place with Uso stuff. But there's nothing right now, so all right. Okay, time to actually call it.
All right.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later.
After the Raw.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be that excited about it.
I might be eating. No. All right. Talk to you guys later.